Hi everybody, Erin here. We're going to do Space Fun Bingo today. So I put this on Class Dojo for my friends who like Space Bingo. So we're going to play the game. I'm going to give clues and you guys are going to find it on your bingo board. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Okay, here we go. First up, this is the 8th planet from the sun. It's really, really far away. It's an ice giant planet. Starts with the letter N. Neptune, right? Neptune. Good job, guys. Okay, so we went from the last planet to the first planet. The first planet near the sun. Okay, it gets very hot there. The first planet is also the smallest. So it's the smallest planet. Begins with an M. Mercury. It's Mercury. Okay. This is a person who is a scientist who studies very hard to learn how to go to outer space. They go and do science experiments in outer space on the space shuttle or on the space station. Begins with the letter A. Astronaut. Okay, so who lives at the space station? Astronauts. Okay, here's our next planet. It is second from the sun. It's the hottest planet. It is the hottest planet. It has no moons, 0 moons, begins with a V. Venus. It's Venus. Very good, guys. Okay. Oh, this is an easy one. You live on this planet. It has water. It has grass. It has people. It has plants. Ooh, we only have 1 moon, though. Begins with the letter E. Earth. Earth. We live on Earth. Okay. This is the center of our solar system. It's not a planet. It's a star. It's really, really hot. You cannot go there on a spaceship. It is too hot. Sun. I'm sure you all got that one. Okay. This is a cool planet. It has rings around it. The rings are made of rocks and dust. Ooh, and icy rocks. Ooh, it has 62 moons. That's a lot of moons. Begins with the letter S. Saturn. Yep, Saturn. Okay, guys. Here we go. Moving along. Oh. This is something new. We talked about a little bit if you were with me playing planet games before. Comets. I'm going to just go over with you, okay? This is made of ice and dust and rocks, and it flies through space, and it looks like it has a tail. They're comets. Comets. Okay. We need this to look at the stars and to look at the moon and to look at planets. Earth has 1. Well, yeah, Earth has 1. That's silly, Erin. Okay, so it is a telescope. We need to look at the moon and the stars and the planets, but we need a telescope. Earth has 1 big one. There's something called the Hubble telescope. So it's up in outer space, the Hubble telescope. And we can use it on Earth to look at pictures through the satellite. And we can look at Mars and Venus. And if you guys want to go online and you can look up Hubble telescope images, it will show you all the things the Hubble telescope can see. It's a very strong, powerful telescope. Okay, so now this is what the astronauts use to go to outer space, because you can't drive a car, you can't fly a plane, You can't take a boat. You can't drive the fire truck to the outer space. You need to go in the space shuttle. The space shuttle are what the astronauts fly. So what do astronauts fly? Space shuttle. How do astronauts get to the space station? The space shuttle. It's a special airplane, like a space rocket ship airplane that takes you up to the out of the atmosphere to outer space. Okay, so now this planet is also called the red planet. I'm sure that gave it away right away, the red planet. But it has volcanoes. Very cool. Earth has volcanoes and this planet has volcanoes. Only 2 planets have volcanoes. And it's the red planet. Starts with the letter M. Mars. Okay, guys. Okay. Now this is something that the astronauts took a spaceship to. Way back in the 60s, a long time ago. The astronauts went in a rocket ship and they landed on the moon. It's a very cool thing. And the astronauts walked on the moon and they left an American flag there. So cool. So now the astronauts go in the space shuttle and they go to this place. They live there in space in this special thing where they can live. They can do science experiments. You can watch what they do up there. They put videos of them reading up there too. It is the space station. The space station. Many astronauts go to the space station from different countries and they all live together and they do science experiments. Very cool for learning. You guys can go on YouTube and you can watch the astronauts play ping pong. How do astronauts brush their teeth? How do astronauts wash their hair? You can also see them read you storybooks. It's very cool. They read storybooks to you from the space station. So where do the astronauts go? Space station. How do they get there? Space shuttle. Okay, so this planet is kind of like a sideways planet. It does have a small ring, but it's known for being the sideways planet. Okay, begins with the letter U. Uranus, right? That's a cool one. I like that it's a little sideways. I like that too. Okay, so our last planet, and the last thing left on our bingo board, is a giant planet. It has a red spot, which you can see if you look through a telescope, but the red spot is actually a storm. And it is the biggest planet. It's the largest planet in our solar system. And it starts with the letter J. Jupiter. You got it. Jupiter. Very cool. So, guys, we had a fun time playing Space Fun Bingo today. So remember, you can go look up things about the Hubble telescope to look for things for outer space. So what do we use to look at outer space? Telescopes. Who is in outer space? Astronauts. Where do they live? Spaceship. How do they get there? They live at a space station. Sorry, guys. Where do they live? The space station. How do they get there? The space shuttle. Very cool. Bye, guys.